The first card you have, your past, is the Moon. Okay, so yeah, this is a really introspective card. Can be about a lot of different things, lots and lots of meanings. A very deep, very rich card. I'm actually seeing a lot of things that were hidden. There were some things that were hidden from you, and I think this has all come to light already. It might have been, you might have known about this for a long time. You do know this now. And I'm getting the feeling that, you know, it's not like there's this great big huge heartbreak, even though I think you were lied to, you were misled. It's not huge sadness I'm getting here. It is sadness because I know this wasn't great for you, but it's not that this great big horrible heartbreak. So, you know, maybe you felt like that once, but you're not like that now, I don't think. You know, maybe this happened a while ago and you've almost gotten over things, or it could just be that, you know, you're looking back over things. You know, I'm just looking at these watchtowers, and watchtowers can be about looking back over things. What I'm getting is this feeling of, you know, I've just been through so much. I've been through so much and I've moved on. I've grown up. I've gotten out of that. That's what I'm getting. And you have. I think you have grown up. You've moved on. I think you also feel as if there aren't many people who've grown up with you, especially when it comes to love. It just seems like, I think the people you end up with, they don't act like grown-ups. That's the kind of feeling I'm getting around this. You know, it's like you're like this lobster and you've grown up, you've come out of the water, you're ready to do the hard work, you're ready to climb up this path, but no one's ready to do that work with you. No one's like that. And I think you've literally had a few lazy people around you, especially when it comes to relationships, in other areas as well, but you know, you've had people who expect you to chase them, do the work, pay for everything even. And again, look at these two watchtowers. They're perfectly balanced. And that's what you're looking for in a relationship. You want balance. You don't want one lopsided watchtower where you're the only one in there and you have to look out for everything yourself. You want two equal watchtowers. You want someone who's going to match you on the same level as you. I don't mean that you're some big egotistical person who thinks you're on this great big high level and everyone has to match you. It's not like that. It's just that you've really struggled to find anyone who's remotely anywhere near putting in the same effort as you. That's what I'm getting. There's also a feeling of determination in this, you know, with this lobster. He's got this big hill to climb up and he's going to do it. So I think you will get what you want. You will find the right person, but I think you're going to really have to take your time. You're going to really make an effort to really know everyone that's around you very carefully, very slowly, to make sure they're the right people to have around you. I'm actually seeing quite a no-nonsense, logical approach to this. You're not normally like this. You know, you're quite a creative person. You're a little bit go with the flow. Let's relax and see what happens. But I think you've just learned that approach that you've tried already, it hasn't really worked for you, especially in love. So if this is resonating, this is what you're doing, I think. You're taking a more hardline approach. You know, if your instincts are telling you to do this, then do that. You know, you always know what's right for you. Always follow your instincts. And I think that's what you're doing. The next card you have, your past, is the Five of Swords. Yes. So here we are. These are these kinds of people you are not putting up with anymore. There are a lot of people in this week's readings who are just putting their foot down, and you're one of them. You are not putting up with any more rubbish. You're not taking any more of this. And, you know, you've had some pretty bad things happen to you. But I don't think this is even about that. You know, I keep on seeing this, grow up. You know, grow up. I've grown up. What about you? You need to grow up. Everyone needs to grow up. That's what I'm getting. And, you know, I don't think that's directed at any one particular person. It's almost like, it looks a little bit crazy in my head. That's why I'm laughing. It's almost like you're this wolf in the moon card and you're yelling out to the moon, everyone grow up. You know, it's like you've gone out into the middle of the night, out into the street, and you've gone, grow up, everyone. You know, that's what I'm seeing. It's like you're really exasperated and you feel like screaming. And of course, you know, that feeling is going to come down after time if that resonates. So I'm not saying you are doing that, but that's how it feels to you. That's what I'm getting. So, you know, if anyone comes towards you from now on and they start to give you nonsense like the man in this card, you know, you're not going to entertain them. You're just going to walk off like the other two men. Maybe not literally. Well, maybe you will. But yeah, I know this is serious. I know this comes from putting up with a lot of really bad behaviour. But, you know, you're not going to put up with it anymore. That's what I'm seeing in that card. So the last card you have, you passed, is the Seven of Swords. Again, look at this. So yeah, this is another really tricky card, horrible card. And again, it's about people who don't tell the truth. They're just out for themselves. And you're not going to let any of these people anywhere near you again. And again, here's this childishness. It's this grow up thing. That's why you're screaming grow up. Well, you're not literally doing that, but you feel like it. If you look at this man, look at how childish he is. He looks as if he's dancing. He's just skipping away like a child. He's holding these swords, and they're very, very dangerous. He's holding them in his hands. You know, he's not holding them by the handles, so it's so dangerous. But he's just skipping and smiling. Very, very silly. And, you know, it's just so childlike. You know, young children, they're not afraid of anything. They jump off trees and things like that. They just don't see the danger in anything. And that's what this man's doing. And also, you know, just like this man, they tell lies when they want to get away with something. And so that's what he's like. He's sneaky, all these things. And I'm actually seeing something quite serious here as well, quite a serious situation. I'm seeing a big mistake here. And I think this was probably an ex of yours that made this big mistake. And I think they made this big mistake while they were still with you. They kept someone hidden from you. That's why I was seeing this hiding in the moon card. I think this is where this is coming from. Or they tried to hide a person from you. I think it was a person. Sorry about that noise again. So I think they were seeing someone else behind your back. It was something like that. Or they were hiding this person from you. And I think they might actually be quite stuck now. I think they're actually in a bad situation. I think they're in a relationship that they're stuck in and they can't get out of this. That's what I'm getting. They want to get out of this, but they can't because they're stuck. That's what I'm getting. So, you know, because I'm just looking at these two wands that are stuck in the ground next to each other. And, you know, no one needs to be stuck with anyone, but they are for some reason, and they feel as if they have to stay stuck. They have to stay there. I think this actually might have something to do with money, borrowing money, owing someone money. It's something like that. They might owe this person who they're in this relationship with money, or they might be in debt and they have to stay there, or it might be a relative of their partner they might owe them money. It's something like that, and they're being stuck because of that. That's what I'm seeing. It's really sad actually, but if this is resonating, if this is making any sense to you, you really missed out on being stuck in a bad situation yourself with this person. You're so much better off out of this, you know, being by yourself, being independent. It's way, way better than being anywhere near this person. So I think that's what this is telling you, that, you know, even though this was quite heartbreaking for you, it was very sad, things were hidden, you put up with a lot, but now you're way better off than they are, and better off than you would have been if you had have stayed in that situation. That's what I'm getting in that. Okay, so the false card you have for your future is the World. So, I'm sorry about that noise. I'm trying to concentrate here. So, yeah, look at how free this woman is in this card. So you're free. You're a lot freer than they are. I'm going to have to yell over this noise. I'm really sorry about this. Okay, so I'm seeing a few other things here as well. Oh no, it hasn't stopped. Sorry. Okay, so yes, so there's this feeling of I've done this, I've accomplished this, I've finally done this. I think there's something you've taken a long, long time to accomplish and get over, and you've finally done this. It feels fantastic. It's a really free feeling, fantastic feeling. This seems very personal to me as well. It feels personal. It's not the sort of accomplishment that you'd go around telling anyone about. It's not like a promotion or a graduation or anything like that. It's very, very personal. It might even seem a little bit, I don't want to be rude, but it might seem a little bit trivial or something to a lot of people. I think it's something that a lot of people already do without even thinking. But you struggled with this, I think. You know, if this is resonating, congratulations, because I'm getting some anxiety around this as well. It might be a phobia, it might be something like that. And you've overcome whatever this is, and you've pretty much overcome the anxiety around this as well. So it's fantastic, really good to see. These sort of things are the hardest things to overcome, harder than so many other things. And people who don't experience these kind of phobias or these kind of anxiety things over different things, they don't understand. A lot of people are like, oh, just get over it. You know, if people have, for example, a fear of flying, say, oh, just get in a plane. They don't understand. It's a huge fear. And if you've overcome this, again, congratulations to you. Okay, the other thing I'm seeing in this card is there might be some people who, I think there are some people who are close to you, and they're very close to you, and there's some kind of disagreement going on. Yeah, they're around you a lot. That's what I'm getting. And there's this really frosty atmosphere around this. This is going to end soon. It's absolutely going to end soon. I think you might have been tempted to step in and keep the peace, or try to get them to make up or something like that. I don't think you'll need to do that. I think this is going to be sorted out soon without you having to do anything. So if you are tempted to step in, and you're not sure whether to do that or not, just wait it out for a while, because I think this is going to sort itself out. That's what I'm seeing in that card. Okay, so we're free of the noise finally. It might start again though, I hope not. Okay, so the next card you have, your future, is death. What did I say? Future? Present. Why am I saying future? I've said the future again. Why am I saying the future? It's got to be that noise. I'll blame the noise. Okay. The next card you have, your present, is death, not the future. If I've said the future or the past or whatever I've said in the wrong time, I'm sorry about that. Okay, so right, so I'm really, really happy to see this card here. I love this, and it's right under the world. When you have the world and death, it's like old world's finishing, new world starting. You're opening up a whole lot of new things in your life. So I think with this personal accomplishment, I think, yeah, this is going to open up a whole new life for you. So I'm actually seeing places where you haven't been able to go for some reason. You're avoiding certain places and certain things, and now you don't have to do that. You can do all these different things that you weren't able to do. And again, I think this is something you're probably keeping to yourself, because I don't think anyone would really understand this particular thing. I'm actually seeing a lot of traveling coming up for you. Definitely next year, I think there's going to be a lot of traveling. And I'm seeing new job opportunities as well, or business opportunities. And I think these are opening up for you now because of this new thing you're able to do. It's almost like one world's closing again and another world's opening up for you. So there's opportunities in jobs, business, traveling, all kinds of different things that you're able to do that you weren't able to do before because of whatever this thing is, this anxiety thing that you had, and you've overcome that now. It's really fantastic. You've conquered this thing. I'm just so happy for you if this resonates. This is really, really amazing. And yeah, you've conquered this fear. You are on top of the world. Look at that, because you've done this. Fantastic. Okay, so The last card you have for your present, not the past, not the future, but the present, is the Knight of Wands. Okay, so yeah, there's some drama here. This is the drama. He's all about drama, or he's all about up and down, backwards and forwards. He's not in control of things. So, and he's all about fire. So yeah, there is some drama here. Now, it's probably the last thing you need, but this is what I'm seeing. I'm getting something, it feels a bit official actually. It might be a work situation or some kind of a work problem. There's some kind of meeting here or something like that. It feels very official to me. Now, you might be looking ahead to this thing. You might be contemplating this. You might be thinking, oh, how am I going to deal with this? This is a meeting. I've got to deal with this difficult person. And what am I going to say? And all of this kind of thing. There's a lot of stress around this. And I think whoever this is that you're up against, they are difficult. I've got to say this. There's no way around this. They're a loose cannon. They're difficult. I'm seeing someone being a little bit sort of all over the place. They can be a bit emotional as well. They might get a bit angry, actually. I've got to say this. They might be angry in this. Now, I actually think your calmness and also this new confidence that you have, because you've had this achievement, I think this is actually going to go quite well for you. Now, they might lose their temper. I'm not going to pretend that they won't. I think this might happen. It might actually happen a couple of times. I'm seeing 2 times where this is going to happen in this meeting. Now, I think the only thing that's going to do, losing their temper and carrying on, the only thing that's going to do is make them look a bit silly, actually. So I don't think you'll really have to say a lot at all. I think their behaviour is really going to speak for itself, and it's not going to make them look good. That's all I can see there. Don't fear this temper. Don't fear this person. All you really need to do, really, is to sit there and not say very much. Just answer the questions. Stay calm. That's the big message I'm getting in that. Stay calm, because if you stay calm, they're not going to be calm, and people are going to be comparing you against them. And if you stay calm, they're going to look like this kind of up and down person, which is what they're like anyway. So yeah, and this is just another childish person you have in your life, but you know how to deal with this now. That's what I'm seeing. Right, so the first card you have for your future is the Star. So I love this. Very, very positive. Once again, you're looking forwards, you're looking to positivity, you have a lot of hope for the future that you didn't have before, because you have this thing you've achieved. It's absolutely fantastic. The other thing is, I think there is someone around you, and I think they're really interested in you romantically. I keep on seeing work-related things, and I'm seeing that again here. So I think this might be someone you know in the workplace. You might work with them, or they might be a client. Don't worry, it's not this childish person I'm seeing in the Knight of Wands. It's not them. I think you've had a lot of conversations with this person, though. I think you know them really well, actually. And I think you like them as a person. I don't think you know that they're interested in you. You know, the woman in the Star card, she can be a little bit like this unobtainable, beautiful woman that people look at from far away, but they don't actually think there's a real chance of getting together with them. And, you know, you are attractive, of course you are, but that's not the reason why they feel as if they can't reach you. I think this is in something you've said. I think you've had a conversation with them, and you might have said something like, oh, I don't like people like that, or, oh, I don't want to put up with these horrible people anymore. I'm really fussy about who I have around me. You might have said that, and then they might have said, oh, they're really fussy about who they have around them. Oh, well, I have to be extra careful. I'm not going to approach them now. I think I'll wait. You know, they might have something like that going on. So I think it might be something you've said. They're very apprehensive about approaching you. They do have hope, though, so I think they might approach you at some time, because this is the Star card. Okay, sorry about my croaky voice. It's very, I've been talking a lot. So Okay, so the next card you have for your future is the High Priestess. Yeah, so it's really interesting that actually this is, you've got the Star card and you've got the High Priestess right next to each other, and they're quite similar in the way that both of these are about this kind of mysterious, unobtainable woman. That doesn't necessarily mean I'm seeing you as a woman. It can be a man or a woman or anyone who seems a little bit mysterious, but they're also quite attractive. And, the High Priestess is obviously really intuitive, really wise, and you're usually a really intuitive person. But I think the reason why you haven't picked up on this person being interested in you is probably because your head just isn't in love right now. It just isn't. You've got other things on your mind. And you're also just very, very cautious, very careful. You're not totally closed off to love, but you do have a few barriers set up there, and that's understandable. I think you're probably going to be alone for a while. This is if you're single, obviously. And yeah, I think you'll be happy to be this way for a while. You won't be deliriously happy. It won't be like, oh, I'm so happy that I'm by myself. It's not like that. But you're happier to be by yourself than with someone who isn't going to meet your standards. That's what I'm seeing. And yeah, that's what I was seeing in the Moon card as well. You are going to find that person that you're looking for, but I think you'll be happy to wait to find them. If it takes a long time, I don't think that'll bother you. I think you'll be fine with that. You'll be fine. You'd rather wait for years than, end up with one of these horrible people that I'm seeing in your past, the Five of Swords or the Seven of Swords. You do not want to end up with that ever again. So you're happy to take as long as you need to find the right person. That's what I'm seeing. Okay, so the last card you have for your future is the Queen of Wands. So this is another really strong woman here, a really beautiful woman. And so, I think because you've got these three women here in your future, very strong women. So if you are female, I think you're going to be feeling extremely strong in yourself for a while in your future, which is really good. And optimistic as well. Look at these sunflowers here. So again, I'm seeing something that I've been seeing through this whole reading. You're going to be really careful with who you bring near you. I don't know if you can see this. I'll lift you up so you can see. Because I'm just looking at this cat in this card. And cats can be notoriously fussy about all kinds of things. If they don't like something or they don't like someone, they can just get up and walk off. So I don't think you're doing that. But and you're not hard or cruel or whatever. But unless you're happy with who you are going to be with, and you're going to be very, very, very fussy like this cat, unless you are happy, you are not going to want to stay with them. You're not just going to have any more Five of Swords. You're not going to have any more Seven of Swords. You're not going to have any more difficult people. You are going to be at peace by yourself until you find someone that matches you. That's what I'm seeing all over this whole reading.